to our story on Al-Shabaab's leader. As we said, the Pentagon's confirmed the death of Ahmed Abdi Godane. We're busy tracking that story and trying to find out what proof the Pentagon has. The news comes ahead of a planned announcement by the Somali government on Godane. He was apparently killed Monday in a US airstrike on a convoy of vehicles. Earlier, Al-Shabaab had refused to confirm his death. It's believed the mastermind of the Westgate mall attack in Nairobi was also killed. So now let's get you more on that story from CCTV's Mohammed Irmoge, coming to us from Mogadishu. Mohammed, United States has now confirmed Godane's death. What's the word from the Somali government, and how do ordinary Somalis view this news?
For me, it looks like the Somali government, more like anyone else, has been waiting for confirmation from the US Pentagon regarding the death of Ahmed Abdi Godane, the Al-Shabaab leader, before they could confirm on their own, because no sooner had Pentagon confirmed than we received confirmation from the government of Somalia. We received a press release from the Office of the President. The Defense Minister spoke with the VOA Somali service, and it's like now the government is ready to talk about it. Speaking to VOA Somali service, Defense Minister said they welcome this and it is a devastating blow on Al-Shabaab, and he said that the government of Somalia is happy with the efforts by the US and Somali intelligence in killing Godane. However, the press release that we received from the Office of the Prime Minister says that indeed it is time for the young Somalis now to come back from Al-Shabaab and integrate back into the society. And I quote, they say there is no need for Somali youth to continue a war that has only a few more days left. Speaking about how the public has reacted to this, earlier today there had been a rumor that was later on dispelled by the government. Actually, in Facebook, somebody wrote that the government of Somalia, Prime Minister to be exact, has confirmed that indeed Godane had been killed. But speaking with the government spokesman later on, he said that there's no such word from the Prime Minister. But the social media is awash with quotes and comments regarding Al-Shabaab and what next for the group, and many are happy with the supposed death. I mean, not supposed anymore, but with the death of Ahmed Abdi Godane.
Now, Mohammed, where does this leave Al-Shabaab in terms of its capabilities? Are there fears there may be revenge attacks in Somalia and even Kenya?
For me, there's history to Al-Shabaab and its leader getting killed. Back in 2008, then Al-Shabaab leader Aden Hashi Airo was killed by a US missile attack here in Mogadishu, and an attempt many thought was a nip in the bud at a young organization that was only trying to prove a national insurgency within Somalia. But then Ahmed Abdi Godane, 31 years of age, then took over and had transformed Al-Shabaab from a national insurgency organization to a transnational regional Al-Qaeda-linked, Al-Qaeda affiliate that is capable of striking not only Somalia but also in Kenya and Uganda. And at the moment, analysts are saying Al-Shabaab's priority will be, first of all, to elect or select among the Shura Council of Ahmed Abdi Godane a successor. And people are saying, should they do that quite successfully without any divisions within the Al-Shabaab, within the remaining Al-Shabaab ranks, then they're saying there is real cause for worry, and that next thing will be to prove to the world, to prove to Somalia and the region that indeed Al-Shabaab is not out. It could be down, but certainly not out.
Back to our top developing story now, and the death of Al-Shabaab's leader. As we said, the Pentagon made the announcement just a short while ago. Here's Daniel Raintree live from Washington with more on that. Daniel, what more can you tell us about the announcement made by the Pentagon? What proof does it have that Godane is in fact dead?
Well, in the statement, they called this a major symbolic and operational loss to Al-Shabaab, but didn't go into details as to how they had confirmed his death. However, reporting from the region suggests that the African Union or Somali forces were able to recover the body or several bodies from the scene, and were able to make an identification, not necessarily just on visual, but on DNA. DNA tests were carried out. We don't know if the Americans were involved in those DNA tests, but certainly it appears as if, to the satisfaction of the US military, they believe that Godane is now dead. I would add that they regard this, as I said, as a major symbolic and operational loss. They list the many ways in which Al-Shabaab has ramped up its international terrorism, both in the region and within Somalia. And they say that they will continue to pursue all means to combat Al-Shabaab, be they diplomatic, political, economic, military, intelligence, or whatever. So there is a belief, I think, in Washington that there will be another leader here who will be effective. So they're not seeing this as a loss of the organization as a whole, but certainly a major strike against it. Back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Daniel. Daniel Range is there in Washington.